Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Hard West with me, Bring It On. Let's go to the Mission Ruins. They made camp in the ruins of an old Christian mission. Among the many items left by the previous occupants was an old notebook, apparently written by a monk who had come here with the conquistadors. It spoke of a place of worship not far away, which was once inhabited by an enlightened man. Perhaps excavating the church could bring some answers. Unfortunately, it was currently occupied by natives. Their blood was the price of admission. Diego said he had no interest in slaughtering more natives or venturing deeper into their lands. He would stay at the camp and do what he could from there. Connell said he would also stay back in camp. Someone had to look after the peons and take charge of the natives if the natives attacked. It was obvious to him that Diego could be trusted neither with the former nor the latter. At the camp in the old mission ruins, everything seemed to be in order. For some reason, though, the peons were nervous. Alright, we'll send scouts far to the west beyond the burrows. The peons discovered an area that seemed like an excellent hunting spot. They'll send them to the far north. The scouts discovered an old Christian cemetery. The graves might hold valuables. But it gives me the description for the west again. That's weird. Alright, let's hold off on all that for right now. So we have three potential fights. Let's do the abandoned wagon first. The company came upon an abandoned wagon lying out in the open, left behind by an earlier group of explorers. There were no bodies, but plenty of supplies. Zacharias warned Vasquez it could be a trap. Peons were sent to raid the wagon. With the posse standing guard, the peons managed to bring back everything that had been left in the wagon, including medical supplies and several bottles of whiskey. And we got a Lancaster pistol. Alright, let's go to the hunting grounds next. This area was well suited for hunting. The animals here were clearly the main source of food for the natives. Vasquez pondered whether to use the woods to hunt for sustenance, or to burn them down and cut off the natives' food supply. Let's send the peons to gather food first. Oh, there's ambushed and slaughtered by the natives. Alright, they burned the forest to the ground. Vasquez's men built a large bonfire, soaked it in alcohol and lit it. It did not take long for the flames to spread, so the entire forest was being devoured. Alright, to the old cemetery. Digging up graves was extremely risky, thanks to the inevitable attacks the natives would launch. Getting rid of the natives first would greatly reduce the risks. Alright, well, we'll start with the western barrow. This barrow served as both a home and a fortress for the natives. Slaughtering its inhabitants would reduce their resistance, or even stop their attacks altogether. Ooh, peons were sent to the barrow to slaughter the inhabitants. It did not take long for the peons to be overpowered. Panicking, they streamed from the tunnels in terror. Many did not make it out alive. Alright, let us go hire some more peons. We have plenty of money, so let's try this again. Every barrow inhabitant, regardless of gender or age, was slaughtered. The peons brought back anything that appeared useful. We also need more provisions. I guess we'll just hunt for that. Alright, let's do the southern barrow next. This barrow served as both a home and a fortress. Oh, I read that. It's just a different location. Alright, send 18 peons in to slaughter everybody. They're overpowered. We'll do it again. And overpowered again. These guys are awful. Okay. Picks up some of our men. We'll just keep hunting for now. Keep failing. That's no good. Alright, let's try this again. We failed this like 3 times in a row now. Alright, we succeeded. There we go. Alright, so we have some new cards. We have the Queen of Spades. Kill an enemy to catch it, or get a chance to kill another and another. +2 movement. It's not good for him because he has to reload between each shot. Might be good for him though. Smell blood, track wounded enemies, and +4 sight. Probably good for him. We'll give this to our main character. Yeah, that'll work. So we got a Dreamcatcher, an amulet inspired by tribal handicraft, protects from negative bomb effects. Okay. It doesn't hurt to have. Alright, all the natives have been slaughtered. Digging up the graves was essentially risk-free. Vasquez ordered 16 men to dig up the graves. After hours of digging, they discovered a chest. The items it held were as mysterious as the origins of the building. A black robe covered in blood, an amulet covered in disturbing carvings, and an old notebook that had clearly been written by a madman. It spoke of a chapel on a high rock, a face of dead gods, and a red star. Vasquez pocketed the amulet and joked that their next task should be to find that chapel, burn it to the ground despite the dead gods, their face, and their star. We shouldn't, because Cervantes had told us to follow the red star previously. Alright, let's go hire some more peons just to have them on hand, and we also need to hunt some more. There we go. I realized the hunt actually cost resources. I assumed that you lost them only if you failed, but I guess this is an oversight on my part. Alright, the excavation site. All the natives dispatched. There was no risk to finishing the excavation. Peons are ordered to finish the excavation. After hours of digging, they discovered a chest. The items it held were as mysterious as the origins of the building. Wait, what? There's the same description as the cemetery. It's a little weird. Alright, 9 of clubs. We get the cannibal ability, +1 HP, and you gain, or eat human flesh to gain strength and restore health. I don't need it. Alright, to the chapel. After the long and dangerous journey to the top of the cliff, they discovered an old chapel. Instinctively, Zacharias thrust his hand into a stoop located by the entrance and crossed himself. Yeah, Vasquez crossed himself. Vasquez stared at the liquid in the stoop. He had no idea how long this supposed holy water had been in there. After long consideration, he dipped his hand into the stoop and crossed himself. Initially, the interior of the chapel looked like any other, but as they examined it more closely, they saw it was covered in pictures and carvings of the natives' pagan religion. The centerpiece of the chapel sat where the altar should have been. was an ornate pedestal with a jade mask resting on top of it. Vasquez seemed mesmerized by the mask's presence. He slowly approached it, then grabbed it with both his hands and thrust his face into its dead eyes. Vasquez put on the mask. The mask embraced Vasquez's face like a long-lost lover. In that blinding, all-seeing moment, he felt he perceived all things. A feeling of absolute security and power overcame him. When he was able to look around again, he noticed that the text on the walls, previously incomprehensible, were now perfectly legible to him. Zacharias watched in awe as Vasquez approached the tablets and read them aloud. They spoke of a temple beyond the mountains that held immense wealth and infinite power. Suddenly Vasquez went silent. He read on silently for himself. Sacrifice was required, the tablets said. To gain access to the hidden city, the mask's wearer must kill his dearest friend. Vasquez told Zacharias he knew what must be done. Midway in their descent, Zacharias began coughing and said he felt ill. The same feeling overwhelmed Vasquez. It seemed the holy water had not been holy water after all. Luckily, it seemed the poison had been there a long time and lost much of its potency. From the hill, the masked Vasquez watched the camp. Felt that something must be wrong. Things were too quiet. Now let's hold off on that for right now. But yeah, now you see a familiar face from a different scenario. Alright, the masked man attacked the camp. I think we're still in the... Oh, here we go. The plus 10 defense, plus 1 damage. Give that to him. Plus 10 aim for him, and... aim for him. Oh, he lost all of his cards. Okay, what do we want to do here? Alright, so he has plus 1 HP per turn. I did go for a specific hand that time. Diego would pay for his treachery and blood. What happened to O'Connell then?
Vasquez was in a difficult situation, but his goal was finally within reach. He would do whatever it took to fulfill his destiny.
Where is... I don't see O'Connell. Take care of that guy, I guess. Oh, he's all the way over there. We have 10 turns to get to him. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. They only hit the one guy. That's no good. Have him come downstairs. But he still can't kill that guy. Alright, go for this guy then. I'm gonna rush out because we're in a bit of a hurry. Don't really have the time to dilly-daddle. Only 72% chance. That's a terrible place for him to stand. Alright, I hope there's no one. Well, there probably is. Go up here and reload. Let's go take care of this guy. Just so we don't have to worry about him. Alright, no line of sight on anybody. It's probably safe to move up here. Let's get Zacharias up here. I can just start sprinting towards my other guys, and we have to find a way to flank this guy, I think. I actually think moving him over here might be the way to do it. There's two of them. That's a little bit more dangerous than I was anticipating. But I do believe we can still make it work. It's a little dangerous, but if we can take this guy out, then it's definitely worth it. Oh, he has to reload. Shoot. Not worth it then. Reload next turn and then do that. Oh, we move him over here and probably take this guy out. Or not. He's still just standing out in the open. So I think what we'll do instead... let's get him in here and rescue this guy. He's gonna bleed out if we don't.
They found O'Connell in time and treated his wounds. Moments later, he was ready to join the fight again.
Now we can take our time, because the only timed part of the mission is over. There's no way to heal himself, though. That's going to be a problem. What's up, buddy? So I'm probably not going to use him for a whole lot. He's down to only 3 health, and that's no good. I think if we move here, we can get him. Yep, not bad odds. We'll move him up here. He should be safe. No one should have line of sight on him at all. Maybe through that crack in the wall, actually. Take back what I said. I don't see any enemies. He can make it all the way up here. Now I don't know if his enemy's gonna off to the sides that are gonna flank us. I guess he can always pull back if that's the case.
Diego begged Vasquez to stop this madness, but the man in the mask did not listen. To him, there was only one way this could end.
Keep him right there where it's safe. That's one less to worry about. What is his chances of hitting? Only 38 with that. 50 with this, only for 1 damage, so probably not worthwhile. $74, $73. And then there were 3. Is he gonna make a run for it? really like this soundtrack that just started playing. It is one of the stronger ones in the game, I think. I could have him run out in the center. Alright, as long as he doesn't get killed by this guy. Good to heal him this turn and he should be okay. I don't want to run him out in the center like this, but I might not have a choice if I actually want to get something done here. Screw it, we're gonna do it. It's an awful idea. I took out both of his actions too, I didn't realize that. Whoopsies. That's a big problem. Okay. Alright, Diego, you have nowhere to run, buddy. Trail does not look good on you. We're gonna hold off for another turn. We'll push him on the next one. With all three guys, make sure he goes down. Oops, just hit my microphone. Excuse me. Not great odds. Let's see. Let's get him out here instead.
Vasquez gazed dispassionately at the remains of his oldest friend. Zacharias moved to console him, then saw Vasquez was cold and firm as stone. His protege was beyond sympathy now.
When the treacherous Diego and his native soldiers were dead, Vasquez showed no signs of regret. Zacharias hid his worries over what Vasquez had become. Meanwhile, the Red Star glowed brighter than ever, clearly showing their destination. Vasquez ordered the remaining men to move out to the east. Right. Just labeled as passage. Alright, I'm going to call the episode here. In the next one, we'll go through the passage and make our way east and probably wrap up this scenario. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.